I carry my stress in my neck and shoulders. People talk about stress like it's a pet that they throw in a backpack and carry around all day, giving them neck pain, upper back pain, and headaches. Well, I'm Dr. David Crozy from Compass Chiropractic, and I'm here to share with you the 4 things that go on inside your body that make you feel that way. You can't look in a mirror and see these things or know that they're going on. The first thing that will give you that stress sensation is a reversed neck curve. So this is an example, normal neck that's never been in a trauma, and it has this smooth forward curve. If the neck gets in a whiplash type of incident, these ligaments between the spinous processes can get stretched out, and the neck gets this reversed look to it. And that adds a ton of extra stress into your neck. Here's the big deal about having that normal curve in your neck. Your neck has these muscles that go from the top of the neck down into the upper back region, and their job is to keep your head balanced above your shoulders. When the neck has that smooth forward curve, these muscles have an easy job to do. But as soon as the neck gets reversed by some kind of an injury, then all of a sudden those muscles have to work way harder all the time. And so that creates a situation where you constantly feel like you need a massage, but even if you get a massage, it doesn't provide any lasting relief because these muscles are still overworked all the time. So that's where we have to get the curve in the neck back to normal. Now I know a lot of you might be thinking, well, I was never in a major whiplash incident. All the time people come in and say that they were never in a car accident or any major whiplash incident, and we do the x-rays, we see that they have that reverse curve in the neck. And so ultimately there are some little things that can have a big effect on your neck. So let's say you were 12 years old sledding and you caught 3 feet of air and came down on your butt and your head got jerked forward. That could damage some of those structures. A research study was done over at Yale, and they found that a car accident with an impact difference of just 8 miles per hour was enough to damage some of the structures in the neck. And so it doesn't necessarily take something big. It can be a small incident. You take some ibuprofen for 5, 10, 15 days, and you think you're fine. But if it injures those structures in your neck, then it can create these lasting problems. The second thing that increases that feeling of stress is poor posture. So your head weighs 10 to 12 pounds. When it's balanced right above your shoulders, these muscles in your neck don't have to work a lot. But when you have this poor posture, we tell people it makes you look like a turtle from the side with your head way out in front. That makes so much more stress. Number one, because look, these muscles here are stretched out. That makes it harder for them. But then the second is just basic physics. So I want you to imagine if I had a 10 to 12 pound bowling ball on top of this pen here, when that pen is straight up and down, there's not a lot of tension in those muscles. But if it goes forward an inch, inch and a half, 2 inches, think about how quickly I'm going to be shaking here. And so when your head is out in front that far, instantly those muscles have to work way harder, creates so much extra stress sensation for your neck. The third thing is arthritis or degenerative changes. So if the spine's never been injured, these disc spaces would all be the same height and the bones have rounded corners. If the spine gets in an injury and time goes by, then we start to see the spaces get shorter and bone spurs form. Those spots are going to be more stiff, more likely to have problems, which in the case of the lower neck would be symptoms down the shoulders, between the shoulder blades, numbness, tingling, pain down the arm, or an unstable shoulder. In addition, as that gets gradually worse, it's going to often give a sensation of tightness and that stress sensation in the neck and upper back. The fourth thing that causes that abnormal stress sensation is dysfunctional spots in the spine, or chiropractors call them subluxations. So you have 132 joints in your spine that are supposed to all move smoothly with no swelling in the areas. If those spots get stiffened up over time or they get jerked, they can cause some of these joints to act like a bonk on the forehead with swelling. And that swelling can push on nerves in that region and cause pain. If it pushes on one of these bigger nerves here, then it can affect whatever those nerves are trying to go out and control. So when we check for subluxations, if I have somebody go through ranges of motion and they get a sharper pinch anywhere, that's our first clue. Then as a part of the exam, I push on each and every bone in the spine, all 24 bones. I feel for stiffness, and sometimes I can even feel some puffiness in those areas. And then the person tells me if it feels normal or hurts more than it should. So if they say normal, 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 yow, and pull away from me when I push on right there, right away we have our top clue that that spot is currently in a subluxation mode, not working like it should, with some swelling pushing on nerves, giving you that abnormal sensation. In our office, we're able to do what's called a motion X-ray study, where we get an image with the person's head forward and backward. We can compare it to their normal and see which of the 7 bones in the neck are moving like they're supposed to and which are stuck, putting pressure on the nerves in the areas. And so in this example here, only the bones with the hundreds on them are moving like they're supposed to. These ones with the X's, they don't bend backwards or forwards. And so when we see that going on, we can understand that there's a lot of extra stress in that person's neck, and it can lead to these spine spots getting aggravated, acting like the bonk on the forehead, putting pressure on the nerves, and making you feel like you've got all kinds of stress in your neck and upper back. Once we know exactly which of those 4 problems are affecting you, we have strategies to correct or greatly improve all 4 of those. And so if you're out there just sitting and thinking, man, I'm so ready to be done, feeling like I have a great day and sitting on my head and my neck and my upper back, then click the link, fill out the form, or give us a call. I'm Dr. David Crozy from Compass Chiropractic, and I'd be thrilled to be the one that gets that stress out of your neck and upper back.